What is it that I like about Child's Play 19? Why do I appreciate it? Why do I care about it? Why did I give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10? You have to appreciate that with the budget that they had, they were able to pull off what they did. Yes, it's annoying that they had to use CGI for some shots, and some shots it seemed like they used CGI and they really didn't have to, but I'm sure they had to for a reason. And if you actually look it up, apparently the first kill in the movie, it's spoilers by the way, that he wanted the guy's head when it was on Andy's counter with the face on the melon. He actually wanted that to be a whole head, but apparently he can't do any kills from any of the Chucky movies. So not just Child's Play 1, he can't do any kills from any of the Chucky movies. So that's why he put the face on the melon, which I'm happy he did because it made it more creative. Appreciate that they were able to do what they could with the budget and fit so much in it. I have seen so many mixed feelings about this whole movie. I've seen people like one thing, but then this category of people doesn't like it, or people don't like this, but I like it, or I hate something, but these people don't mind it. And there's just such a mix. But I have to say that I am surprised at how good it is doing reception-wise. It's not getting as much hate as I thought it would. And unfortunately, I looked at the Monday earnings and it only made $1 million, so it's at 15 million. So it dropped 52% at the box office, which is really fucking sad to hear. So let me kind of just do a quick, I guess, review or something on why I like the film, and then maybe you'll change your mind on it. Start off with the thing I don't like. It's only like one or two things. The two things I did not like about this movie was the look at the doll sometimes and the things that weren't explained. And if you guys didn't know, that mower scene with the first kill with the guy, if you actually look on that mower, someone said that they saw CP88 for Child's Play 88. People's been posting it around. When Chucky does all those funny faces, doesn't that remind you of when Chucky first comes alive because his mouth is like absurdly open? Did anyone else get that? Because I kind of got that. People, I feel like, just don't want to like this movie because they thought it was going to be like the original. Chucky was just going straight to DVD. Now he's going, now a Chucky movie was in theaters, and now that's going to give people more, go buy Chucky stuff. Go watch the originals to catch up. Go watch the TV show. Stuff like that. Especially if they do a sequel. Man, don't even get me started. The movie had so much passion to it. The acting was great in it. Freaking Aubrey Plaza was great, even though she was kind of like a, I don't know, some of the movie, I don't know, she was just a weird kind of character. She was kind of herself, and I don't know, and she was definitely not as good as the Karen in the original by far, but still okay for what they were trying to do for this modern take. I love the Mike in it. I loved the Mike. He was fucking funny. He didn't have a big enough role like he did in the original, but still, I liked him a lot. Gabriel Bateman, he is great. I love Gabriel Bateman in this, man. I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's better than Andy, the original. I just like him a lot. Because he brought a lot of passion in his scenes. Like, he brought his acting skills in this scene. Like, you actually feel like he is sad as hell that he's losing his friend. And Chucky. Oh my, like, come on. Dude, they made us feel bad for Chucky. When did you ever think that there was going to be a Chucky movie where you actually feel bad for him? You have to give them props for that. And anyone who didn't feel sad about Chucky, do you not have a heart? His whole goal is to love this kid and be his best friend. That is it, until the day he dies. But his program is fucked up, and he misinterprets all of this shit, so he kills people. And even at the very end of the movie, the very end, when he's about to kill Andy, he thinks he's doing it to fix him. Like, that shit is fucked up. There is only one scene in this movie, which I'm gonna say this now because I honestly, there's a scene in the movie where he kills the cat. If you watch that cat scene, what does that the reflection on the blood and everything kind of remind you of? That Curse of Chucky kill. Ooh, the first kill in the movie with the blood, and Nika is like going over it, and you see her shadow in it and everything. Yeah, I caught that. The kills in this are great. Now, some people like Angry Joe. I did not like Angry Joe's review of this movie at all. He basically just said everything was terrible about it. He said the kills were dragged on too long, but that's why we come here. It's for the kills. Like, you know, like the whole Maggie scene. Literally that whole scene took place in like 30 seconds, and that was a major kill. The doctor scene, even though that was a great scene, he died in like what, a minute, you know, and that was a creative kill, you know, for the original. But just what I'm saying is they expanded on the kills here. They made them longer. They made them gorier. The whole guy with the lawnmower, like, first he freaking breaks his legs, and then it shows the message about, you know, technology, people can't hear you when you might be in a situation. Then he drags himself. Chucky turns on the lawnmower, and then right when you think it's about to hit his head, it doesn't. But Chucky climbs on him, which, by the way, that was creepy as hell. And he gets on him. He says the joke, you know, nobody hurts my best buddy. Which brings me to a question. One reason why I'll get back to it. I'm sorry, but one reason people keep saying this movie's not original. It is original. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When his eyes glow red, it's not like he turns into a fucking killer robot. I mean, he does. But if you think about it, he doesn't just go kill mode where kind of like everything doesn't matter. He's doing everything for a purpose. Even when he's in his kill mode, it's all for Andy. What fucking robot killer movie can you tell me that a robot is sent to someone and they're bound to that person, and he kills everyone because he's trying to get anyone who hurts Andy out of his life so that they can be together? I'm waiting. Oh, what, you can't find a movie? Oh wait, there is a movie? Yeah, but that's not as good. And he has like his own personality kind of, and he's funny and all that stuff. Oh, and it's a horror remake. A good one. Other than like Evil Dead, this is probably the best horror remake. I'm waiting. If you notice in this movie, the deaths aren't just for nothing. Shane, he's doing it because he hurt Andy, but we want him to die after he gets home because we find out he has a wife and kids and he's an asshole to Andy, and it's like, oh, I want this guy to die. And then the other guy, you know, so far he's just a guy, he just wants, you know, he wants some tech and he wants to sell it, whatever, you know, oh, but he's a perv. He has cameras on Karen and everything, so that makes us want to hate him and kill him. Then the whole Lorraine thing dies, and she was the only kill where it was kind of like, oh, I didn't want her to die, but, you know, he misinterpreted it. And then everyone at Zedmart, I mean, he killed that guy who cheated on his wife, but then after that, they just started killing random people. I mean, you could say that he killed them because of how greedy they are for technology. It could be another message about how people will trample people and they don't care. They just want to get the newest toy. You know what I mean? See, I'm catching shit. And then the music goes so well with this movie. I love the music when it came out. Listen to it every day. And now with the movie, even that final bit. God, the ending I wish could have been on a little bit longer. But honestly, I like it. I like the ending for what it is. I don't have a problem with the CGI shots at the end, by the way. A really good horror remake. With good creative kills. Good acting. Made you feel bad for Chucky. Which, holy shit, you wanted to cheer him on. By the way, that scene with the Washington, Texas chainsaw and Chucky's like walking towards him and you can tell it's CGI, but it looks so badass. I want an action figure of that scene, bro. Oh, man. Chucky's... Oh, that was a great fucking scene, dude. I loved it. And then when he was sitting and Andy opened the door and he looked so sad, he was like, I'm sorry, Andy. Oh, my God. That was so sad. The reason I gave it that and not a 10 out of 10... is just because of the unaddressed plot issues and the smile and all that. Like, you know, I'm fine with the look. It's just that smile and how big it gets. And, like, why'd you have to CGI his stabbing motion in that one scene? You could have just had animatronic, you know. I hope this movie does better. I mean, if they would have released this around Halloween or whatever, it probably would have done great. Because people are like, oh, well, the DVD might come out around Halloween. And I'm like, yeah, but... should have just released this around Halloween, man. I feel like they should have pushed it back, worked on it some more, got it, you know, maybe polished out some things. Well, that's kind of like just a small video on why I like the movie, things I like about it, things that you guys should probably think more about. And, like, just the meaning of the film. Like, this film does have a meaning, guys. The meaning of technology and how it's hurting us as a society, how it's might affect us, and, you know, it's a movie with a message, and they just used Chucky for it. And I'm glad they used Chucky for it, because now Chucky gets some more fucking eyes on him, you know? It's a good thing all around. But I'm gonna head out. You guys keep on Keep on killing it, you certified killers. And I will see you in the next videos.